Hey guys, Taiga here, and the two best phablets on the market right now is probably the iPhone 7 Plus and the Galaxy Note 7. One of them explodes, and one of them doesn't have a headphone jack. Which one will you choose? Well, let's talk about it in this video. Design-wise, the iPhone 7 is essentially using the same design for over 3 years now. They introduced two new colors, which are the jet black and the matte black, which I have here. The matte black looks gorgeous, and they moved the antenna bands so the phone looks more minimal and clean. But it gets boring, like if you put a case on it, you can't tell the difference between the 7 Plus and the 6S Plus besides the dual camera system. But the iPhone 7 has now a new home button that doesn't click. I'm not sure why they did this, but it feels weird. It's very hard to describe what it feels like. It just feels like, it feels weird, but it feels awesome. I love the new home button. It's probably one of my favorite features, even though it was an unnecessary upgrade. The home button, it just feels awesome. On the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is beautiful. It's two sheets of glass and I absolutely love it. Although it doesn't feel as premium as the iPhone 7 Plus, I prefer the Note 7's design because of one thing: the bezels. The bezels are so thin and the curves make it seem even thinner. The iPhone 7 Plus has very thick bezels. Even though the Note 7 has a bigger screen, it has a smaller footprint. It just makes the Note 7 much more immersive, and it has a better display as well. The colors are richer, it's sharper, it pops out more, and overall, a better display to enjoy content on. Don't get me wrong, the iPhone 7 has a fantastic display as well for a 1080p display. It's very good with accurate colors and surprisingly deep blacks for an LCD display. But the speakers on the Note 7 is pretty disappointing and lackluster compared to the iPhone 7 Plus. It has one little speaker on the bottom and it sounds tinny. But the iPhone 7 Plus now has stereo speakers and it sounds great. So there's one speaker on the bottom and now the earpiece acts as a speaker too. It doesn't sound as good as the Adobe Premiere, but I'm still happy with the sound quality. Performance wise, they're flagships, so both of them are going to perform like butter. But the iPhone does perform a bit faster, apps load quicker, it has better RAM management, and benchmark shows otherwise as well. Now let's take a look at some of the big differences of these phones. One of them is of course Android versus iOS. This is basically just your personal preference, and I like both. iOS 10 has new features like handy widgets on the home screen and notification scroll down, and more controls in the control center, just to name a few. Samsung on the other hand runs Android 6 Marshmallow with TouchWiz. Now with the Note 7, the cool thing is the iris scanner, and it works really well too. So basically it scans your eyes, and your eyes is your security. The iris scanner is accurate, works well, and is extremely fast. Most of the time you can't even tell it scanned your eyes because it was that fast. Cool feature by Samsung, that's not a gimmick. Also, you get a stylus which you can do handy things with, but I honestly don't really use it. But the thing I really use though is the headphone jack. I listen to music practically every day with wired earphones, and the headphone jack is critical for me, and now I have to carry on this little tiny dongle everywhere, and that dongle is easy to lose and stuff like that. Apple didn't really need it to remove this headphone jack. They just chose to because they want to and because they're Apple, so I think you just have to deal with it. Now both of these phones are water resistant, which is awesome, and it's a great feature. And as you can see, it's super water resistant. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. No, but for real, you can dump both of these in a bowl of water and it'll be fine. The Plus models on the iPhone is known to have fantastic battery life, and it's the same story here. The iPhone 7 Plus is fantastic in the battery category, and I can sometimes use it for 2 days straight without a charge. The iPhone 7 Plus is a clear winner in this category, but I just want to let you know that the Note 7 also has a very good battery life, but just not as good. Last but not least, let's talk about the cameras. So the iPhone 7 Plus has a dual camera system, one 28mm f1.8 lens, which is typically a normal focal length for phones, and a 56mm f2.8 lens, which is a telephoto. Both lenses are 12 megapixel, and the 2x optical zoom does come in handy sometimes. Compared to the 12 megapixel f1.7 lens on the Note 7, both are fantastic cameras. It all comes down to your preference, but essentially the Note 7 offers more punchy and colorful pictures, while the iPhone offers more natural photos. If you want to see more in-depth photo samples, make sure to check out my iPhone 7 Plus camera test. Link will be in the description, as well as Super Saf's Note 7 versus iPhone 7 camera comparison, because he really goes in depth with the camera, like low light, selfies, videos, and outdoors. In conclusion, the Note 7 has a more immersive design and display, and has a headphone jack. On the other hand, the iPhone 7 Plus performs a bit smoother and has better battery life. Both have fantastic cameras, water resistant, and has about the same build quality. Honestly, if it was me, I would choose the Galaxy Note 7 because the immersive design and the display, and I just prefer Android as a whole. But what do you guys think? Make sure to comment down below and let's start a conversation. Well, that's basically, guys, that was a comparison video of the Galaxy Note 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe for more similar content like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.